Thank you for being here to let me share some of the wonderful things about B1G1 with you. At its core, B1G1 is about just three things: impact, habit, and connection. And in this quick start video, we're going to show you precisely how to make those things happen just by doing what you normally do. So let's start right here on the B1G1 home page. Oh, and by the way, over here, I'm seeing the latest giving on B1G1. And by the way, what you're about to do is going to put your name right at the top of that list. So what we need to do first is to log in like this. And when we've done that, you'll notice that the page changes the moment you log in. For example, on my page here, I see some previous giving I've done, plus some suggestions for some additional giving and some of the B1G1 latest news. And up here you'll see some interesting and well-described links that do precisely what you'd expect, so we won't go through them here. And then here under your My Tools menu, you'll find some seriously important resources, this one being the most important of all. Please do download this document. It gives you a superb overview of getting the absolute most out of B1G1. But for now, we're going to look at just how easy it is to actually give on B1G1. And once you follow what we're going to show you here and establish some favorites, it's actually as simple as clicking right here on your favorite giving, filling in the relevant quantities, and away you go. But the process we'll be following is so easy that you might want to follow the process on another tab on your system. Go ahead and do that if it makes it easier for you. And since we want to give, let's just simply click the Give tab right here. And the moment you do that, your B1G1 system takes you to the list of projects. And here you'll see that by default, the pages are ordered in ascending dollar order value of projects. So here we see we can give someone access to water for a day for just 1 cent. And when we flip down to the bottom of the page, you'll see we get page after page of project after project coming through. So there's no shortage of projects to give to, that is for sure. And we can, of course, filter things. For example, if you wanted to see environmental projects, you'd click right here and you'd see this. Or if you wanted to search for all sorts of things, you can click on Advanced Search right here and search by all of these filters here, including this really neat one, where you'll see the most popular, indeed least popular projects to help you decide where you'd like to give. And you can even search directly for things like goats, for example, just by putting a search word here and clicking on the orange search button. And when you do that for goats, you'll see that the system has found 2 possible projects for you: training a farmer for a day in Africa and giving a Kenyan family a happy sheep or goat. And at any time you can click on the More Info button to see more about the scope and structure of the worthy cause or charity involved. And you'll see here how you can make it one of your favorites just by clicking in the obvious spot right here. In fact, let's say we do want to train a farmer in Africa and give to this project. So let's click the orange Give button and we'll get taken right here to make it happen. And here you'll see 2 options, what we call impact-based giving and transaction-based giving. Now, I much prefer to call the impact-based giving random acts of kindness, and you'll see why that is really soon. But for now, let's just click on transaction-based giving and let's set it up. It's just a matter of filling in the boxes. So let's call the product or service we're linking to a thingamabob. And let's say that we've figured out that with each thingamabob we sell, we can afford to give roughly $5. So in this case, that will be 3 farmers that we're going to train. In other words, you're going to be able to say to your customers, every time you buy our thingamabob, 3 farmers are trained. And then, so that you can catch up or make a start on your giving, you might enter a 10 in this box here to account for the number of thingamabobs you sold the month before you joined B1G1. And again, if you want this project to be a favorite of yours, all you do is click in the appropriate box here. And once again, the impact of this is that your giving will become even easier for you. So to complete this part of our giving, all we normally do is click the Add to Cart button. And if we did that, we'd just pop in credit card information, or even better, use your own PayPal account. And then we can ask the B1G1 system to come back to us next month and ask, in effect, how many thingamabobs did you sell this month, so that the whole giving process becomes a habit. But before we do that, let's just look at impact-based giving right up here. This is how more and more people are giving, because in essence, it's a more free-form way of giving, in as much as here we don't need to link any product or service to our giving. It's simply what impact do we want to have with our giving today. And as I said earlier, it's often used for random acts of kindness. So to do it, let's just flip back to the project list and select this project here, Giving Water. And let's imagine we've got just $1 to give. So that's effectively 100 people we're impacting at just 1 cent, if you see what I mean. We call that multiples. So we fill in the boxes and let's press Add to Cart right now. And so now we can see a summary of our giving. And we can even add something in to support B1G1 if we want to, and then we check out. And right here you can set up the system to remind you on a monthly basis. And then it's just a matter of completing everything via PayPal or credit card. You fill in the blanks and it's all done for you. It's really, really simple, isn't it? You see, giving on B1G1 is really fun. It's the kind of thing that some businesses do literally every day, and so it plays a huge part in transforming your enterprise with B1G1. So go ahead. Why not do what we've just shown you how to do? Some really interesting things happen when you do. First, and perhaps most importantly, you'll feel great. We get emails every day saying exactly that. And secondly, you'll have made a really important early start in making giving becoming a habit for you. And thirdly, of course, you'll have made a truly significant impact. Oh, and yes, you'll see your name right here too. So go to it, set up your giving, have fun, transform, and make a huge difference in our world, simply, effortlessly, and habitually.